What's up guys, Jack here. Now in my channel relaunch video, I said I was going to make a video talking about why I'm playing some games and not playing other games, and what the games were, and yeah, basically just having a little discussion about it. Just ignore the stuff in the background, it's just I've taken it from a replay of a game I played because the live commentary messed up. Yeah, it's nothing particularly exciting, nothing particularly great. So, let's get right into it. So, in my channel relaunch video, I said I was going to play PUBG, Apex Legends, Counter-Strike, and various other games in a Let's Play format. Now, you might be thinking, why have you left games like Call of Duty and Battlefield off that? Now, they're the two games in the last year or two that have disappointed me the most. And that's quite easy for me to say about COD, to be honest. But Battlefield, I'm really disappointed I have to say that about Battlefield. I just did not like the direction they went with Battlefield 5 at all. I didn't actually like the direction they went with Battlefield 1 either, if I'm honest. I think graphically, the games look superb. They always do from DICE. They're always really good. But Battlefield was, at one point, one of the best, if not the best, shooter there was out there. It was incredible. I mean, I remember playing, well, I started playing Bad Company 2 on Xbox 360, and I loved that game, played a lot of it. Battlefield 3 came out, and I initially played Hit on the console, but then halfway through its life cycle made the switch to playing on the PC, and played Battlefield 3 and 4 on the PC and loved them. They were absolutely amazing games, especially 3. 4 had a lot of problems. 4 in the end, 4 turned out to be a very good game, but initially it had a lot of balance issues and bugs and just didn't feel 100%, and I think the skill gap was also a little reduced compared to BF3. BF3, you really needed to learn the gun and learn the recoil control if you wanted to play the game well, and you had to really know when to push and when not to push, because if you pushed too early or when you shouldn't, a good player would just easily kill you. So Battlefield of recent has just been really bad. I didn't like Hardline. I thought it was just, it almost felt like a DLC. I know that's cliche, everyone's kind of said it, but it's true. I actually loved the Hardline beta, believe it or not. But then when they released the full game and everything was in it, it just didn't work for me. I just didn't enjoy it. And now for COD. Oh, where to start with COD? Call of Duty hasn't adapted well. And I honestly think that they should have went two ways. They could have done two things with COD. They could either have went completely back to the classic Call of Duty that we all know and love, the arcadey map shooters, you know, Battlefield, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, etc. Amazing games. Black Ops 1 is still one of my favourite shooters of all time. It's definitely top 3. I just don't understand why they decided to go futuristic for a start, and advanced movement. I hated that. Absolutely despised that advanced movement. And now they're kind of trying to go back, but they tried to do too much this year with Black Ops 4. They tried to go and do the classic Call of Duty multiplayer and a battle royale. So I didn't really understand that idea. I mean, I know they're trying to give us as much as they can, and then we also had zombies in there, which, let's face it, only the hardcore zombies community actually play that now. When it first released, it was probably the best. It still is. The original, before they overdid it, the original zombies was probably the best, co-op mode I've ever played in any video game ever. It just was a completely original idea, ground up, didn't copy anyone, completely original, and it was great. But now it's just been overdone. Just bin zombies, get rid of it. It's old, it's done. Finish the storyline up and just be done with it, in my opinion. But for the next game, I don't intend to buy it unless it's very good and unless it falls into a very specific set of categories, because Call of Duty has just not been good since Well, I would say Black Ops 3 was not bad. I'll give it a not bad rating, probably a 6 out of 10. But basically, to go back to a Call of Duty that was really good and really well done was Black Ops 2. Now that was released in what, 2012? Has it really been that long since we've had a decent Call of Duty game? I'm sure it's 2012. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, I just don't get why Call of Duty went that direction. But now they've got a couple of choices. They either A, continue the way they're doing. Well, 3 options then, actually. They either continue what they're doing and try and make a multiplayer and a Battle Royale multiplayer and put in the same game in one development cycle, which is very difficult to do, and I'm not surprised that Battlefield 4 was... Battlefield 4, God, I keep saying that. Black Ops 4 was full of holes, because that's a lot of game to make in that space and time. Or A or B, they can do a Battle Royale only game, which is personally what I think they should do, and dump the old school multiplayer entirely and just 100% focus, just a BR game, 100%. Difficult to say where they should free to play it. If they do go down the route of making the game a pay for game, a game that you have to buy, they're going to have to put a lot of content in there. And a lot of free content as well, a lot of free guns, you know, and probably reduce the price a little. I mean, £30 for a game that's just a BR only game, I would pay, and I would buy Call of Duty for that just to give it a try. But if they're going to retail it up at £60 or, you know, higher, nah, it's not going to float. It's not going to be worth it. There's too many free-to-play shooters out there now that have done it very well. I know Counter-Strike Global Offensive is now free-to-play. Fortnite's free-to-play. PUBG's not quite there yet, but it might as well be. It's that cheap. So yeah, I just don't know if their game model and the way they adapt and the way they've adapted to the market is really working for them now. So that's option B. And option C, which would also be a really bold call, is to dump Battle Royale entirely, dump campaign, dump co-op, and give us a classic Call of Duty multiplayer that is incredibly well done, good maps, good perks, good weapons, classic kill streaks that go absolutely mental when you kill them. You know, I want to go back to the days where if you got a chopper gunner, it absolutely decimated everything and you were looking at getting 30 plus kills in it. You know, go mental with it, go ridiculous. I just think they've been far too conservative recent. You know, the kill streaks, the reason people loved Modern Warfare 2, even though it was full of bugs and absolutely trash in that regard, was because the kill streaks went absolutely mental. It's the one thing that saved Battlefield, I'm going to keep saying this, Black Ops 3. It's the one thing that saved it. The kill streaks still went mental. And Black Ops 4, I mean, is there even a point in running kill streaks? Barely. I mean, I've not played that game in a long time now, and I don't actually intend on playing it again. I mean, why would I play a game like Black Ops 4 when I can play PUBG or play Apex Legends or play any number of other games and have more fun on it? So, sorry COD, but you've just had your time, I think. But I think if they go for option C and go back to that classic way of making the games, they can beat these modern BR games. They can, because they've proven it time and time again. You can, as long as they can get the players back in the game that have left the game. You know, people have left COD. People are abandoning COD like mad. You know, to get the players back in, they have to show them the classics. Now I think they'll do a Battle Royale style game, but I think they'll also remaster a classic multiplayer. That's what I think they'll do. I just can't see any other way of them doing it. I can't see any way of them getting the players back in. You know, with Fortnite on one side and Apex Legends on the other, and then PUBG, which more Call of Duties would play Fortnite and Apex Legends than PUBG, because PUBG is a much more hardcore kind of style game, a lot more recoil, a lot more realistic compared to COD. But even taking Fortnite and even taking Apex Legends, and if you think they're on either side of COD, literally ripping it apart. The COD's almost finished. You know, I've been a hardcore COD player for years. There has only been one Call of Duty game I haven't bought since COD 4, and that was Call of Duty World War 2. Yeah, the Sledgehammer game, World War 2. Because I knew as soon as I looked at it, it was going to be garbage. But yeah, I mean, for me, they just need to do something different. I think if Call of Duty continues on this path that they're continuing on now, they're not going to last very long. They've not got another couple of years in them before people just completely abandon the game and stop playing it. Yeah, it's just not good. Not a good outlook for them at all. But yeah, that's been a little talk about why I'm not playing these games anymore. So to summarise, Call of Duty has got a few things to do, but they're going to have to really, really impress me if they want to get me back buying their game again, especially because it's Infinity Ward and they've not made a good Call of Duty game since, well, really, you can argue COD 4. I mean, it's been a while. And Battlefield, I'm sure Battlefield will come back strong on the next game, but not the next one, because the next one's probably going to be, you know how DICE has kind of two studios. I don't know if they still do that or not. They have two studios. The studio that made Battlefield Hardline and the studio that made Battlefield 4. Hopefully it's going to be amalgamated together and we're going to have to wait probably 2 years to get the next Battlefield game. Hopefully less than that, but it'll probably be about 2 years, 1.5 to 2 years before we get a brand new Battlefield game made by the main developers of Battlefield, not like their little side development team. And hopefully it's a modern day or even Vietnam era game. And I hope that it's got a few different things added back in. I hope they redact or go back on a couple of things that they did this year, like adding the ability to run to ammo dumps and pick up ammo. That would be fine if you could also get ammo dropped by teammates, but if you're in the middle of a gunfight and then you run out of ammo and then have to run to this ammo depot to pick up ammo, I mean, what is this, an army sim? I mean, you're joking, right? Just let me fart out an ammo pack and pick it up. It's a game, it's a video game. Don't go too realistic with it. Don't overthink it. Before, in Battlefield 3 worked. The stuff in Battlefield 3 worked. You had the ammo on a different person from the medic, which balanced it up. I mean, where was the ammo on again? Was the ammo not on the light machine guns in Battlefield 3? I'm sure it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was. And yeah, it was. And the health was on the medic class who had the assault rifles. So that's the problem that Battlefield had. They didn't want to have the medic be the most used class with the assault rifles, but just simply change that up. Make the medic the LMG class. You know, make it the heavy class. Easy fix. But anyway, we're running out of time. Enjoy the rest of this video for all there is left, and I'll catch you in the next one.